Hey, I'm real excited to share this video with you about how a fractional COO can impact your business. We've been talking over the last couple of months in some of our previous videos on exactly what a virtual or fractional COO is, and I'd love you to head back and catch that video. Talk just a little bit about what does it really mean to have a fractional COO. Also, we did a video on exactly how the partnership with the business owner, the entrepreneur, and a COO really work together to grow your business. But now, once a fractional COO has joined your team and has partnered with you as the business owner, what can you expect and what kind of impact can be made? And I'd like to take some time in this video to do this, because here at Thrive, one of the things we've done is we've created a process on how a fractional COO can deliver services for your business. And so we have our virtual COO process. It comes with 6 targets that we focus on once we connect with you and your team. Now, these targets aren't necessarily in sequential order. They're numbered here to identify the 6 targeted areas, but this is not step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. The only one out of these 6 targets that is really a priority of order is target 1. And in this target, what happens is the fractional or virtual COO does a deep dive into your business and will work with you to really help establish and understand your strategy. One of the terms we love to talk about is a strategy advance. And during this targeted time of target 1, we're going to clearly extract the strategy for the future. We're going to really try to understand what your current realities are. We're going to really dig into your team and understand what issues and challenges they're facing. We want to evaluate all of your current strategic processes in your business, and then we want to walk away with a strategic plan. That's target 1 when a fractional COO comes on board with you. The remaining targets will be ordered and prioritized based on this strategic plan. And so once we do that, that means, maybe target 2 would be the priority, but it could be the target 5. Target 5, for example, is team building and recruiting. And if we and your current reality determine that one of your top priorities for the next 90 days needs to be establishing a recruiting process and clarifying expectations among your team, then we're going to dive into that target next. And that's going to be a time where we're going to maybe establish your hiring process, define how we're going to recruit people and team members onto your team, and how do we clarify the expectation of what each role is supposed to be. So you can see that target gets established. But by purpose of review, I just love to share the process. Again, it's not a sequential order, but target 2 is where, as a fractional COO, we would come into your business, and once the deep dive is complete, maybe we would focus on your metrics in your meetings. And in target 2, we're really going to find out what are your meeting rhythms and what should they be in your business. Rather than having meetings just for the sake of meeting, have we prioritized the purpose and meaning of those meetings? We want to talk about what metrics in meetings are going to drive our strategy and move us forward. We want to establish a dashboard with your KPIs and really measure success in your business. How do we know when we're successful? So this target as a COO, as a fractional COO, is something that we would deliver for you and your business. Target 3 is operations and processes. So again, these things don't happen all at once, but over time. But as you have a fractional COO supporting you in your business, helping execute at a high level, they're going to focus on operations and processes as a part of target 3. And we're going to develop organizational structure and the kind of organizational structure that will help you grow in your company. We want to refine and document critical processes in your business, not just so that we have a piece of paper out there or a document on your computer someplace that has these processes written down, but so that we can replicate and scale your business and train other people and how to take that process and be able to operate it in a predictable way. So we want to focus on that target of operations and processes. Target 4 is going to focus on new business and follow-up. So whatever product or service that you deliver, you want to be able to have a clear strategy on how you're generating leads, how you're following up with those leads, and how you're crossing the finish line to grow sales. And how can we do that in a predictable fashion? Again, if it was easy, everybody would do it. But as the creator and the entrepreneur, the business owner, do you have a partner as a virtual or fractional COO that can help you drive new business and follow up? I mentioned target 6, and target 6 again is around team building and recruiting. I like the term people management. And so how can we again clarify expectations for everybody on the team? How do we do consistent and ongoing training along with our processes, our culture, our vision, our expectations of what we're trying to deliver? How do we establish a hiring and recruiting process to bring on new members of our team? You need a COO, a high-level experienced expert to be able to help drive those things. And then target 6 is around cash flow and profit. What we want to talk about is how do you shorten your cash gap? Do you even know what a cash gap is? And that's not meant to bring shame or guilt to you, but do you have somebody that's paying attention that when cash flow is low, that they're having a plan to shorten that cash gap? Do we understand when our money's coming in, when our money is going out, and how do we manage that revenue? We want to manage our funds with maximum profit to be intended. Because again, I say quite often, and I fall into this trap as well, but as entrepreneurs, oftentimes we're really good at creating revenue, but we're not really good at creating a profit. And so how do we create and maximize profitability for our businesses? And a virtual or fractional COO over time is going to work on all 6 of these targeted areas in your business. Now again, we may not need to target on all of these. What happens is there's a couple of ways that a fractional or virtual COO can work with you in your business. You can have somebody come on that is honestly full-time to do all these things, or maybe it is at a fraction of the time, saving you a fraction of the cost, and because of target 1, able to prioritize these other targets, and you have somebody part-time on retainer over time managing each one of these targets. And that's something we can deliver here at Thrive. We can also do it on a project base. So there are times that I will work with a client that we will come in, do a deep dive and a strategy advance, and then focus that there are some operational things that need to be put in place. And we anticipate that will take 90 days, 6 months, 1 year. And we put it on a project basis until that is accomplished, and we come along as a high-level expert partner to deliver that. And so maybe that appeals to you in your business. How could you bring a high caliber expert at operations and execution to deliver quality COO services for your company? And you may be surprised at whatever size that you don't need to be, a $50 million company to have a COO. But maybe at the size company that you have, you can, from a fractional standpoint, be able to take advantage of this. And so we would love to talk with you about that. And there's a couple things you can do. Number one, you can go to the webpage that was in this email or below our blog here, and you can download this infographic to kind of share about the targets of what a COO can do. Download this and be able to kind of look at and start intuitively recognizing where do you need to prioritize. The second thing you can do is click the link to schedule a strategy session. I would love to spend some time with you hearing more about your business, your vision for your business, and some of the challenges that are frustrating you right now, and how, as a fractional COO, we may be able to come in and identify targets that need attention and help take your business to new heights in the coming months and years. If that sounds interesting to you, then let's do that. I end this video every time saying that I believe we're not simply meant to survive, but we're meant to thrive. And if you're ready for your business to thrive, and you're ready for a COO to come alongside of you in these target areas, then now is the time to act. So let's get one of those strategy sessions together, and let's thrive in our businesses.